day is slipping away now. Light is growing softer, quieter, like a whisper at the edge of the sky. You are here in a quiet canyon, safe and at ease, with nothing you need to do. Only this gentle time of settling in. Feel how your body is resting right now. Notice the simple fact of lying down, supported from beneath. The surface under you is steady and reliable, holding your weight with ease. You do not have to hold yourself up. You are already being held. Soft blankets or the warmth around you gather close. They drape over you like a calm evening, like shadows that mean safety, not fear. Notice the gentle pressure, the way the fabric hugs your shoulders, your arms, your legs. A quiet weight that says, you can rest now. Nothing is urgent. Nothing is missing. The canyon around you rises like ancient arms on either side. Stone walls, shaped by wind and water over ages, stand watch in the fading light. They do not hurry. They do not worry. They simply exist, strong and patient, keeping this place cradled and still. Imagine yourself nestled between those canyon walls, curved into a natural hollow of the earth, like a small, soft nest of sand and smooth stone. You can lean back into that feeling, as if the land itself is your pillow, as if the whole canyon is gently cupping you in its hands. The light in the sky is changing now. Daylight loosens its hold, slipping slowly down the walls of stone. Colors grow deeper, more muted, as if the canyon is taking a long, slow breath out. The edges of everything soften, blur, and relax. Coolness begins to touch the air. It moves over your skin in a thin, fresh stream, just cool enough to feel clean and peaceful. Just warm enough that you stay cozy where you rest, wrapped and covered, fully at ease. With each easy breath, notice how the air enters and leaves. In and out. Smooth and unforced. No need to change anything. Breathing is already happening all on its own. All you do is let yourself feel it. As you breathe, your body grows heavier. Heavier in the best way, like a stone gently settling into sand. Like a leaf that has finally stopped drifting and come to rest on still water. Supported from every side, your head is resting. Feel the gentle contact beneath the back of your skull, your neck, your shoulders. All the tiny muscles that worked all day can let go now. They do not have to keep watch. The canyon will watch for you. Your shoulders can sink just a little more. They can slide downward away from your ears. Imagine them melting into the surface beneath you as if the ground is rising to meet them. Nothing to hold up, nothing to brace for. This is a place without effort. Arms lie easy, hands soft, fingers uncurled. There is no task waiting in your palms tonight. Nothing you have to carry, nothing you have to fix. They can simply rest, quiet and empty, like small stones at the bottom of a clear stream. Your back is supported, every curve cradled. From the back of your neck, down between your shoulder blades, all the way to your lower back. Imagine the canyon walls leaning in, steady and calm, giving you their strength. Whatever you carried today can slide off your back now, like dust falling from a coat. Your legs too can rest. Thighs, knees, calves, feet. Each one held, each one sinking down easily, as if the earth has made a gentle mold just for you. You fit here perfectly. Above you, the sky is shifting. The last bright edge of day fades at the horizon. A soft blue deepens into velvet, slow and sure. The first shy stars begin to appear, one by one, like tiny, patient eyes opening in the dark. You do not have to look for them. You simply know they are there, emerging, steady and distant. Their quiet presence fills the space above the canyon with something calm and timeless. Something that says, "This night is long. You have time to rest." Feel how the air cools little by little as the light leaves the rocks. Warmth still lingers close to the ground, held in stone and sand. It rises in gentle waves, a soft cushion of air around your body. Cool above, warm around you like being wrapped in a peaceful pocket of the evening. The sounds of the canyon are soft and low. Perhaps a faint rustle of dry grass in a wandering breeze. A distant call from a night bird, then silence again. Maybe the quiet ticking of stones adjusting as the air cools. Every sound, small and slow, reminds you that the world is easing into sleep. All the busy lines of the day grow further away. Thoughts that once felt loud now seem like voices from another room. They can drift to the edges of your mind, then float even farther until they fade into the wide, dark sky. You do not have to follow them. You are here, resting. The canyon floor beneath you is steady and ancient. It has held countless nights, countless stars, countless breaths like yours. You are part of that long, gentle story now. Your own breathing joins the quiet rhythm of this place. As you lie here, feel how safe this small space around you has become. Blankets or covers tucking in around your sides. The simple firmness beneath you. The canyon walls guarding the edges of the night, like tall, silent friends who never leave their post. Every time you exhale, imagine a little more of the day leaving your body. With each out-breath, something softens. A thought loosens its grip. A muscle unwinds. Your whole body understands. It is nighttime now. The air you breathe in carries the coolness of stone, the faint scent of dust and earth. It feels pure and quiet inside your chest. When you breathe out, it is warm with the comfort of your own body, like a small, gentle sigh that the canyon gladly receives. Notice how still you are becoming. Even when small movements happen, a shift of a shoulder, a little turn of the head, they are slow and unhurried. You are moving the way the canyon moves. A tiny change now and then, and long stretches of calm in between. Above, the stars are gathering. More and more of them, filling the dark with a soft, distant sparkle. They do not need to announce themselves. They simply appear and keep appearing until the whole sky feels like a quiet roof of light. Down here, between the canyon walls, you are deeply sheltered. The open sky is above, yet you are nestled low and safe, almost hidden from the wide world. It is a private place, a tender hollow made only for rest. Nothing presses in on you here. Nothing demands your attention. If any thoughts drift through, you can let them pass like clouds crossing the mouth of the canyon. They move on their own, changing shape, then dissolving into the dark. You remain where you are, steady and warm, breathing slowly under the stars. Your body is heavier now, but in an easy way, heavier and softer at the same time, as if the parts of you are settling into just the right place, just the right position for a deep, unbroken rest. There is nothing to adjust, nothing to improve. Everything is already enough. Let this sense of being nestled here grow a little stronger, held by blankets, held by the ground, held by the quiet arms of the canyon. You are fully supported from beneath, from around, and from above by the wide, peaceful sky. The night is deepening. Colors fade into gentle darkness. Sounds grow fewer and farther apart. Your breath continues, a soft, steady rhythm, like the slow pulse of the canyon itself. Here, in this quiet space, you are allowed to let go, to drift, to float without effort, to be carried by the stillness, the safety, the vast comfort of this canyon night. And as the stars shine quietly overhead, you lie here, wrapped in calm, resting more deeply with every slow, easy breath, settling into the softness of the dark and the endless, peaceful silence around you. The day is almost over now. You are already settled on a soft bedroll, close to the warm ground at the bottom of a wide, open canyon. The air is quiet and gentle, and the world around you is slowing down. Above, the sky is still holding the last light of evening, but down here, the first shadows have already started to soften the edges of everything. You can feel the canyon floor beneath you, steady and solid. The bedroll cradles the shape of your body, meeting every curve with quiet support. Your muscles know that they do not have to hold you up right now. The canyon is doing that for you. All around, the canyon walls rise in slow, graceful lines. They feel close enough to be comforting, but far enough away that the space above you is wide and open. The stone glows with the last golden light of the day, as if the sun has left a gentle fire burning on the rock. As you rest here, you notice how the light slides slowly down the canyon walls. High above, the stone is still bright and warm in color. Lower down, the gold turns to soft amber, then to a calm rosy shade, and finally into quiet shadow near the ground. It is like watching a slow, peaceful tide of light receding, inch by inch. The air has cooled just a little. You feel a faint brush of evening against your skin, light and easy. Where the sun touched your arms or face earlier, there is now a pleasant, lingering warmth, fading into a calm, neutral comfort. Each breath into your chest seems to carry away the last busy thoughts of the day. A gentle breeze drifts along the canyon floor. It brings with it the subtle scent of stone that has been warmed by the sun all day, now beginning to release its heat back into the air. There is a dry, clean smell to it, like dust and warmth and distance softened by the coming cool of night. It feels simple and honest, and somehow safe. Shadows begin to lengthen around you. You can sense them stretching out from the rocks and low shrubs, pooling quietly on the ground. Edges that were sharp in the bright daylight now blur and melt together. The canyon is still the same place, but it is gentler now, softer in its outlines. A bird calls, high up on the canyon rim. It is a clear, small sound, carrying easily through the still air. One last call to the day, then another, a little farther away. You hear the faint echo touch the stone walls and fade, leaving behind a deeper silence. Everything around you is easing into the evening. The light, the air, the sounds, even the space itself seems to slow. Your own body feels that slowing too. Your breathing may begin to match it, longer and quieter now. With every gentle breath in, the coolness of the evening brushes the inside of your chest. With every breath out, the last of the day's effort softens and flows away. Your shoulders rest more heavily into the bedroll. Your hands find a relaxed, natural position, no longer needing to do anything at all. The canyon walls still glow, but now the brightness has softened. The golden color has turned to a deep, rich warmth, like the inside of a quiet fire. Here and there, the rock holds on to the light a little longer, forming bands and streaks of gentle color. It feels slow and steady and unhurried. You are held safely at the center of this place. The stone has been here for longer than you can imagine, watching day after day end in this same way. Canyons do not rush. They simply stand and hold and listen. In this stillness, your thoughts can spread out and drift, the way the shadows do. Anything that felt sharp or loud a few hours ago now seems softer at the edges. You do not need to sort or fix or decide. You can simply notice and let each thought fade the way the light is fading from the upper rim. A faint rustle reaches you from somewhere along the canyon floor. Maybe a small animal moving through dry grasses, or a lizard settling into a crack in the stone for the night. The sound is soft and harmless, part of the natural rhythm of evening. Life is still here, but it is quiet, respectful, preparing for rest just as you are. Above you, the sky is slowly deepening. The highest edge of the canyon still holds a thin band of pale light, like a delicate frame of silver around the day. Below that, layers of soft blue and dusky rose begin to melt together. The colors feel calm, like a slow exhale spread across the sky. The canyon floor grows more shadowed, more peaceful. The warmth of the day is stored in the stones around you, releasing itself in tiny waves that meet the cooler air. You might feel small pockets of gentle heat when your hand brushes the ground or a nearby rock. These quiet, hidden warmths make the coolness of the air feel even more soothing. Every so often, a very light current of air moves down the length of the canyon. It travels along like a slow river, barely touching your skin, then drifting on. These soft currents carry away the last thin threads of daytime sound and scent. They leave behind a clean, simple quiet. Your body responds to all of this without effort. Your spine settles closer to the ground. Your legs feel heavier, as if the earth itself is offering to hold their weight. Even the small muscles around your eyes begin to soften, no longer needing to stay sharp or alert. Somewhere high above, another bird gives a short final note. It is almost like a gentle good night spoken to the canyon. After that, its wings carry it away to a resting place you cannot see, tucked into the stone. The echo is so faint now that it barely reaches you, more memory than sound. As the last direct rays of the sun slip away from the canyon walls, the colors fade into deep, quiet tones. Reds and golds turn to soft browns and grays. The shapes of the rocks remain, but they are now wrapped in the tender, even light of dusk. Nothing is sharp, nothing is urgent. The world seems to breathe with you. When you inhale, the canyon around you feels just a little more awake. When you exhale, everything relaxes again, as if the stone itself is sinking into ease. This gentle rhythm makes it natural for your own breathing to slow even more. Now the cool of evening is more noticeable on your skin. Not cold, just fresh and kind. It clears away any leftover heaviness from the heat of the day. You may sense a slight chill at first, but then your body settles into it, adjusting, finding a new, comfortable balance. Beneath the soft fabric of the bedroll, the ground is utterly steady. No sway, no movement, nothing unpredictable. Just the strong, reassuring presence of earth beneath you, holding you exactly where you are. This simple stability sends a quiet message through your body. You are safe to rest. Time here does not feel like minutes or hours. It feels like the slow turning of light into shadow and sound into silence. Nothing is being taken away from you. The day is simply laying itself down, carefully and gently, all around. With the coming of deeper dusk, the canyon seems to draw closer, like a comforting shape wrapped around you. Not closing you in, but sheltering you. The wide open sky above and the strong stone walls around you work together, like two hands cupped around a small glowing space. You rest right at the center of that space. You do not need to do anything more. You do not need to go anywhere. The canyon will stay here, as it has for so long, watching over the slow passing of light into night. You are simply sharing this quiet moment with it, Let the last colors fade. Allow the soft breeze to move past you, then away. Feel the comfort of the bedroll, the steadiness of the ground, the gentle embrace of cool evening air. Everything is easing, and you are easing with it. The day is almost gone now, leaving only warmth in your memory and calm in your body. All around you, the canyon settles into its nighttime stillness, steady and sure. You rest quietly in that steady presence, held and supported as the light continues to dim. And the world grows softer, quieter, and wonderfully at peace. The canyon night has grown even quieter now. The sky is deep and calm above, and the air near the river feels cool and clean against your skin. Somewhere nearby, the gentle canyon river moves at its own slow pace, a soft, steady murmur like a low, peaceful voice in the dark. Everything around you is unhurried, unforced, and very, very still. You find a place close to the water where the ground is flat and level. The earth here is firm, but not harsh. It holds a quiet warmth from the day, fading slowly as the evening deepens. The sound of the river reaches you clearly, but softly, as if it has wrapped itself in a layer of moss and distance. You set down what you've brought to rest on. Maybe it is a simple blanket, or a sleeping bag, or something soft and familiar from home. Whatever it is, it feels like a promise of comfort in your hands, a small island of warmth in the cool canyon night. You spread it gently beside the river, taking your time. The fabric brushes over the ground with a whispering sound. You smooth out one corner, then another, feeling the tiny bumps and shapes of the earth beneath your fingers. Each movement is slow and easy, as if the blanket itself is relaxing into place. The more you straighten and soften it, the more this small patch of ground begins to feel like your own cozy nest. You run your hands over the surface, smoothing away any little wrinkles. The texture beneath your palms is calm and familiar. If there is a fold or a crease, you gently press it flat. If there is a small stone beneath, you move it aside and pat the place where it was, until the ground feels welcoming and kind. The canyon floor is different from a bed at home, but it has its own kind of comfort. The earth has a quiet give to it, not too soft, not too hard. When you press down with your hands, you notice it yielding just enough, like a steady hand supporting you. This place is ready to hold you through the night. The air near the river is cool, but not cold. Each breath you take feels fresh and smooth, slipping in and out with no effort at all. There might be the faint scent of water and stone, a clean, pure smell that seems to clear your mind with every inhale. As you breathe, you can feel your shoulders slowly loosening, as if they have been carrying the day and are finally allowed to rest. You lower yourself down onto the blanket, first sitting, then easing your weight into the softness. The fabric accepts you right away, shaping itself around you. Beneath it, the ground holds firm, solid, and dependable, so you never feel like you might sink or slide. It is a perfect balance of support and gentle cushioning. As you adjust your position, You might feel tiny pockets of air in the blanket, like little cushions around your body. Your hips, your back, your shoulders find their own natural places. Anything that felt tight or restless starts to untangle, bit by bit. The earth beneath becomes not just ground, but a quiet partner in your rest. You take a moment to lie back fully. Your head settles into a soft place, cradled and easy. The line of your spine unwinds along the length of the blanket, and the canyon floor rises just enough to meet each curve of your body. You do not have to hold yourself up. The world here does it for you. All around you, the canyon seems to draw closer in a gentle way. The high walls are out there in the dark, steady and unmoving, like ancient guardians. Even though you cannot see them clearly, you can feel their quiet presence sheltering this narrow band of river and earth. It is as if the canyon itself is watching over your little nest by the water. The sound of the river is stronger now that you are so close to the ground. You hear the low, rounded hush of water sliding over stone. There are no sharp splashes, only the soft, continuous murmur of current flowing, always always the same. It is a natural lullaby, slow and sure. If you listen closely, you can hear how the sound rises and falls in an easy rhythm, a gentle rush, and then a softer fade, like a quiet breath. The water never hurries, never strains. It simply moves, moment after moment, finding its way. Without trying, your own breathing begins to follow that same gentle pattern. Cool air from the river drifts across your face and hands. It moves lightly over you, like a soft, invisible blanket laid on top of the one beneath you. Where the air touches your skin, you may feel a slight shiver at first, then a deeper sense of freshness and relief. Your body knows it can grow still here and let the cool air and warm blanket balance one another. Your nest beside the river is beginning to feel complete now. Above you, open sky. Beneath you, the subtle strength of earth and stone, cushioned by your soft place to lie. Around you, the canyon walls and the low song of water, holding everything together in a quiet circle of safety. You shift just enough to find that one perfect position. Your neck feels supported. Your lower back loosens as the blanket fills the small spaces, giving you exactly what you need without you having to ask. Your legs rest heavy and calm, the weight of them sinking slightly into the softness. Every small movement you make is slow and unhurried. If a hand needs to find a more comfortable place, it does so with easy care. If you need to bend one knee or stretch a foot, you do it gently and then allow the body to settle again. The blanket rustles softly at each adjustment, like a quiet, reassuring whisper. With each breath, your sense of being held grows stronger. The canyon no longer feels wide and open. Instead, it feels close and intimate, like a room shaped by stone and sky. The river's voice fills the space without ever becoming loud. Everything is at the right distance, the right volume, the right softness. Tension that once lived in your jaw begins to melt away. Any tightness across your forehead smooths, as if invisible fingers were gently brushing it out. The muscles at the base of your neck let go, one by one, as they realize they no longer need to keep watch. You are not on guard here. You are cared for. If any thoughts from the day drift close, the river carries them away, little by little. They slide off your mind the way water slides off a rounded stone. You do not have to push them or hold them. They simply move past, carried by the current of this quiet night. All that remains is the soft sound of water and the steady comfort of the ground beneath you. The weight of the blanket or sleeping bag over you feels just right. It rests along your body like a gentle hand, light but sure. Where it touches your shoulders, your arms, your chest, there is a sense of being tucked in, wrapped and protected from the coolness of the air. Underneath, your warmth gathers slowly, making a small, safe world around you. The canyon seems to lean in closer now, as though the stone itself is drawing a circle around your resting place. You are in the center of that circle, right beside the river's slow, constant flow. Nothing is asked of you. Nothing is expected. You are simply here in this soft nest, completely allowed to rest. Your breath is deep, and even now, flowing in and out without effort. Each inhale brings the cool, fresh scent of water and night. Each exhale carries away the last bits of strain from muscles and mind. You are sinking a little more with every breath, becoming heavier, more relaxed, more at home in this quiet place. The river keeps talking in low tones, never stopping, never startling. Its song smooths out the edges of the night, leaving only a gentle, rounded calm. The sound blends with your breathing, with the faint rustle of fabric, with the far-off silence of the canyon walls. Together, they become one soft, steady silence with a heartbeat of water. Here, wrapped in softness above and steady earth below, you are fully held. The canyon keeps watch. The river sings quietly to itself. Your nest beside the water is warm, safe, and so very peaceful. And everything in you is free to drift, to loosen, to slowly, gently fall into quiet, restful sleep. The canyon is growing quiet now. Even the air seems softer, cooler as evening settles around you. You are lying here, safely cradled by the earth, wrapped in the gentle hush of this place. The last colors of day are fading from the high walls, and a calm, dusky blue drifts slowly across the sky above. For a moment, keep your gaze low, feeling the way night arrives. Shadows deepen along the rock, edges blur, and everything nearby softens. The warmth of the day is slipping away, leaving a mild, pleasant coolness on your cheeks and forehead. Your body knows it can release the weight of the day now, because the world around you is growing still. When you are ready, let your attention rise, little by little, to the open sky overhead. neck and shoulders loose and easy, eyes moving gently upward. You might notice the faint rustle of your clothing as you shift, a small comforting sound against the quiet. Above, the wide bowl of sky waits, deepening, darkening, ready to fill with stars. At first, the sky is only a soft, dim blue, very faint, almost like watercolor, washed and gentle. Then, almost shyly, the first bright star appears. Just one small point of light, steady, patient, hanging in the high silence. Let your attention rest with that one star. Nothing to figure out, nothing to explain. Just this simple, glowing point, like a distant friend who has stepped into view. Calm, unwavering, unhurried. As your eyes relax, another star reveals itself nearby. Then another, a little farther away. They do not rush. They simply appear when the sky is ready, when your eyes have adjusted to the soft darkness. The blue above you slowly deepens into a rich indigo. It is like sinking gently into a pool of calm color. The canyon walls have become dark silhouettes, quiet shapes framing the open space above. Between those dark edges, the sky is beginning to sparkle. More stars gather, one by one, some faint and tiny, like distant whispers, some brighter, clear and steady, almost close enough to touch with your thoughts. They seem to float above the canyon, watching over this peaceful night. Feel the cool night air on your face as you lie back and look up. Each slow breath draws in that freshness, that clear, gentle chill. On the out-breath, your body softens more deeply into the ground beneath you, the stars above, the earth below, and you resting quietly in between. As the light continues to fade, clusters of stars begin to show themselves. At first, they are only pale smudges, little gatherings of light. Then, as your eyes grow more comfortable with the dark, they sharpen into countless tiny points. A soft river of stars arches across the sky, so wide and calm and still. Notice how the sky has shifted now. No longer blue, but a velvet black, rich and deep. The stars do not feel harsh or overwhelming. They are gentle, like grains of light scattered across the dark, each one breathing quietness into the night. The canyon around you has fallen into a hush. Sounds are muted and far away. Perhaps a faint breeze brushes past your skin, cool and delicate. Perhaps a tiny rustle in the distance reminds you that life continues around you, even in this stillness. Up above, the stars are steady companions. Some form soft lines, hinting at shapes and paths across the sky. Others sparkle alone, small and clear. Together, they create a vast, calm ceiling, a peaceful shelter of light. As you gaze upward, the sense of distance grows soothing. These stars are so far away, and yet their light reaches you here in this quiet canyon. That thought can make everything you carried from the day feel lighter, smaller, almost transparent. The worries and tasks of daylight shrink beneath this endless, gentle sky. Allow that feeling to sink in. Your concerns, your thoughts, all the little details drifting farther and farther away. They are like tiny pebbles at the bottom of a deep, clear pool, while you float easily at the surface. The stars above are the soft reflections, calm and steady, asking nothing of you. You do not need to name anything you see. No need to find patterns or meanings. It is enough to rest in this simple truth. Above you, countless quiet lights. Beneath you, solid earth that holds you easily. Between them, your body, your breath, your gentle awareness. The cool air strokes your skin with every breath of wind. You may notice how your chest rises and falls in a slow, comfortable rhythm. As you exhale, your shoulders grow heavier and more relaxed. As you inhale, the crisp night air feels clean, clear and soothing, as if it is washing away any last tension. The stars continue to multiply. In places, they are so thick they seem like soft, glowing dust, dust made of light. In other parts of the sky, they are scattered and sparse, giving your eyes wide, dark spaces to rest. There is an easy balance here between light and darkness, between fullness and emptiness. Above the dark canyon walls, the line of the horizon has almost disappeared. All that remains is the sense of being cradled, held in a quiet, sheltered bowl, open to the heavens. You are safe here, wrapped in the soft arms of the night. Safe to let your thoughts grow slower, softer, fewer. If a thought comes, it can drift across your mind like a thin cloud across the stars. Barely there, soon gone. The sky does not mind. The stars keep shining, calm and unchanged. Each star overhead has travelled so far, for so long, simply to appear as this single, gentle point of light. You do not need to reach for them. Simply allowing your gaze to rest there is enough. Their quiet presence is already all around you. Notice how your body feels with this wide, calm sky above. Heavier, maybe. More settled, more willing to sink into the bedding beneath you, into the earth that supports you without effort. Muscles soft, jaw loose, breath slow and easy. The canyon, the stars, the cool air on your face. It all blends together into one peaceful feeling. A feeling of being very small in a very kind, very spacious world. A world where you do not have to do anything at all. The night is not asking for attention. It simply shares its quiet beauty, quietly, patiently. If your eyes grow heavier and want to close, the stars will still be there, shining unseen, watching over your rest. If your eyes stay open a little longer, they can drift lazily from one small cluster to another, with no goal, no effort. Time seems to stretch and soften under this sky. Moments lengthen, slow and unhurried, like a gentle breath held between the heartbeats. You are held in that softness, resting in the deep, calm presence of the night. held by the canyon, watched by the stars. As the sky settles into its darkest velvet black, the stars glow more clearly than ever. They flicker very slightly, tiny tremors of light, like a quiet whisper that everything is all right. All that matters now is this soft breathing, this gentle body, this wide and peaceful sky. Let yourself lie here, open and easy, under the gathering stars. Light above, earth below, quiet all around. Thoughts can fade into the background, like distant echoes at the canyon's edge. What remains is only this calm, this comfort, this endless soothing night. The night has grown a little deeper now. The air feels softer, cooler, calmer against the skin. Above, the wide sky is still there, sprinkled with quiet stars, but attention begins to drift downward, toward the shapes that hold this little world in place. All around, the canyon rises, tall walls of stone, steady and silent. They stand on either side like gentle guardians, forming a sheltered room of rock and night and river sound. Feel how close they are, not pressing in, not heavy or tight, just present, just here, reliable, unmoving, kind in their stillness. The air has a faint, earthy scent, cool stone, a hint of dust, the memory of sun that warmed these rocks during the day. Now that warmth has faded into a slow, deep coolness, and the canyon breathes it out around you, easy and relaxed. Sound feels softer here. The murmur of the river does not rush past and disappear. It curls around the base of the cliffs, touches the rock, and returns as a faint, gentle echo. A quiet answer that makes the whole canyon feel like one peaceful, breathing space. Let awareness rest with the height of the canyon walls. Imagine tracing them upward in your mind, from the quiet ground at their feet, all the way to the rough edges outlined against the sky. They have stood here through so many nights like this one, through seasons of rain and sun, wind and stillness, always here, patient, unchanged. You do not have to see them to sense them. Their presence is a calm weight in the darkness, a feeling of being held. As if the world has drawn its arms in gently around this small stretch of river and sand, creating a nest of stone and sky. Notice how safe it feels to be between them. The canyon narrows the world to something simple and kind. Just rock, air, water, and the slow rhythm of your own breathing. Everything else can drift far away. Imagine placing a gentle hand against the canyon wall, cool, solid, slightly rough beneath your fingers. The stone does not move at all. It does not react or hurry. It simply is, strong, quiet, completely at ease with its own stillness. That stillness begins to seep into you, as if the stone is sharing a little of its calm. Muscles loosen, thoughts grow slower, softer, less urgent, like small pebbles slipping down to rest at the bottom of a clear pool. This canyon has been here for a very long time, long before any noise or worry ever touched your day, long before your first memory. Night after night it has stood, watching stars turn across the sky, listening to the same gentle river carve its path. Let the age of the stone comfort you. Every line and curve in these walls was shaped over countless years, shaped by patient water and time. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, just the quiet, unstoppable flow of change moving steadily, gently forward. In that kind of time, every small concern feels lighter. The canyon has known windstorms and bright mornings, heavy clouds and wide-open blue. And still it stands. Still the river sings. Still the night gathers softly between these walls, again and again and again. Feel how the canyon holds the night for you. The high rock on each side becomes like the walls of a peaceful room. The sky stretches overhead like an endless, open ceiling. No roof, no corners, just a smooth, dark bowl of stars resting on the rims of the cliffs. Here, sound does not get lost. The quiet splash of the river folds back on itself. If an owl calls far away, its cry returns in a faint, softened version, carried by the curve of stone. Even your own breaths seem to be gently received by the canyon, heard, and then cradled into silence. Imagine the land outside this place, growing dim and far away. Roads, lights, screens, voices, all fading to a distant haze. What remains is this canyon room, these steady walls, this safe, slow breath of night. The ground under you is sure and steady. Held in the bowl of the valley, you do not need to brace or hold yourself up. The stone beneath has carried the weight of rain and rivers and whole forests of wind. It can easily carry you. Above, the sky may feel wide, but the canyon keeps you close to the earth, like lying in a soft, deep cradle with the cool sides rising on both sides to shield you. No sharp noises, no bright glare, only the gentle hush of a world that has settled down to rest. Notice how the air feels against your face now. Perhaps a slow, cool drift along the canyon floor. It moves so quietly, as if it, too, is trying not to disturb the peace of the stones. Every breath you take joins that easy current, in and out, calm and unhurried. The longer you rest here in your mind, the more the canyon feels like home. Not a place to visit, but a safe inner room you can always return to. A room made of rock that does not change its mind, does not suddenly disappear. It is always here, waiting in its own deep, motionless kindness. Think of how many nights the canyon has watched. Moons waxing and waning, stars appearing and fading with dawn, animals moving quietly along the water, then bedding down in hidden hollows. Through all of it, these high walls have remained, patient, observant, calm. That same calm begins to feel like your own. Your thoughts can slow to the pace of stone. Your breath can move to the rhythm of the river. Every part of you allowed to be exactly as it is, without any need to do or fix or change. If a thought comes, let it pass along the canyon like a small sound. It touches one wall, then the other, growing softer each time, until, at last, it melts into the same hush that fills the spaces between the rocks. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to push away. In this quiet, even the darkness feels friendly, not empty, but full of rest. The walls around you hold it gently, so it does not feel like a great, endless space. It feels contained, shaped, safe. Let your body feel as if it is leaning back into the canyon itself, supported by a presence that is strong and unshakable. You do not have to keep watch. The canyon has been keeping watch for ages. It will keep watch now. Every small sound becomes part of the lullaby of this place. The soft river, a faint rustle of dry grass, maybe the distant brush of wind far above, sliding along the rim of the cliffs. All of it wrapped in the steady silence of stone. Here you are held by the ground, by the cool air, by the tall, timeless walls on either side, held by the slow, deep history of this gentle valley night. Breath by breath, let yourself sink into that feeling, sinking the way a stone might settle at the very bottom of the river, finding its perfect place and resting there, unmoving, at peace. The canyon is quiet now. The sky ceiling stretches overhead, soft and far. The rock around you stands guard in perfect stillness. Nothing is asked of you. Nothing is needed. Only this calm, this safety, this slow, easy drifting into deeper and deeper rest, until even the sense of the walls fades into a soft, comforting darkness, and everything becomes very quiet and very still. The night is quiet around the canyon, and the world feels soft and wide. Cool air rests against your skin, and the darkness is gentle, not heavy. Somewhere close by, the steady song of the river begins to stand out, like a calm voice in the hush of the night. At first, it is just a soft murmur in the background, a low, easy sound, always moving, always flowing, never in a hurry. As attention settles, the river's music becomes clearer, as if it has been waiting patiently to be heard. The cool scent of water hangs in the air, fresh, a little damp, with the faint earthy smell of smooth stones and wet sand. With each slow breath, that scent reaches just a bit deeper, bringing a quiet feeling of comfort, of being close to something calm and timeless. Now the sound of the river begins to gently separate into layers. The first layer is light and delicate, tiny trickles of water slipping over small stones near the bank. They make a soft, sparkling sound, like a whisper of laughter far away, playful and light, but never loud. Beneath that, there is a deeper, steady flow, a low, continuous rush, smooth and even, like a long, gentle exhale that never quite ends. This deeper current feels strong but kind, holding everything with quiet certainty. From time to time, a soft splash rises up when the water curves around a bend. It might be the river brushing against a larger rock, or slipping into a shallow pool before moving on again. Each splash is small and rounded, like a slow heartbeat within the river's body. All of these sounds blend together into one calm song. High, delicate trickles, a middle, flowing murmur, and beneath it all, that low, steady rush, always there, like a quiet promise that everything is continuing just as it should. Starlight faintly touches the surface of the river. Though the night is dark, the water holds a soft glimmer, shifting and flickering as it moves. Little lines of light stretch and fold, appearing and disappearing with each gentle ripple. Even in the darkness, the river carries its own quiet brightness. Breathing begins to fall into rhythm with the flow. In, slow and easy, like the river gathering itself around a bend. Out, long and relaxed, like water stretching downstream, smooth and unbroken. Each breath feels a little more connected to that constant flowing sound. The body starts to feel as though it is resting very close to the water's edge. Imagine lying back on soft ground, the earth firm and supportive beneath. The faint chill of the river cools the air near your face, while the rest of you feels warm and safe, wrapped in the stillness of the canyon night. As the mind listens more closely, the trickles over the stones seem to move from one side to the other. A tiny rush here, a quiet drip there. They come and go, never needing attention, simply passing by in their own time. Thoughts can do the same, appearing gently, then drifting away on the current. The deeper sound of the river begins to feel like a cradle. Its low hum is slow and constant, like being rocked in a wide, steady arc. Forward and back, forward and back. Not fast, not sharp, just a slow swing through a space of complete safety. Around this deep note, the smaller sounds are like threads, weaving in and out. A quick patter where the water drops over a tiny ledge. A softer, brushing sound where it smooths along the sandy bank. Each little detail adds to the feeling of being held in a living, moving lullaby. The longer you rest here, the more the river's rhythm seems to match the quiet rhythm within. The beat of the heart eases into a calm, steady pace. Breath stays slow and natural. The whole body begins to feel just a little heavier, as though it is sinking into the gentle support beneath it. Any tightness that lingers in the muscles can be imagined as small stones in the stream. The water of sound moves around them, over them, and slowly, patiently wears them smooth. There is no effort, no rush, only the steady passing of time, the soft insistence of water doing what it has always done. With each passing moment, scattered thoughts grow quieter. If a thought appears, it can be placed gently into the flow, like letting a leaf rest on the surface. The river picks it up without effort, carries it along, and it drifts away, smaller and smaller, until it is simply gone. Nothing needs to be held on to here. The cool, damp air feels almost like a light blanket for the senses, soft on the skin, easy in the lungs. There is nothing sharp, nothing demanding, only the hushed chorus of water and night. The more you listen, the more it feels as though the river is breathing with you. When you inhale, the sound of the current seems to rise a little. When you exhale, it sinks into a deeper, softer tone. Two quiet rhythms, folding over one another, joining and parting with each easy breath. The canyon walls around the river hold and contain the sound, turning it into a gentle echo. The song does not end. It simply surrounds like a wide, soft circle. Within that circle, everything feels slower, simpler, kinder. Only this moment, only the quiet night, only the endless flowing murmur. The faint glimmer of starlight on the river moves in time with the sound. A tiny flash where water lifts over a stone. A long stretch of shimmer where it glides through a calm, deeper pool. Light and sound together, both soft, both gentle, both inviting rest. Now it is easy to imagine the whole body floating on that wide, peaceful current. Not in the cold, but in the feeling of being carried, fully supported. The river holds every part of you without effort, without strain. You are simply resting, gently rocked by the slow, steady motion beneath. As the river drifts onward, its song continues to wash through the mind, washing away the last bits of tension, washing away little worries and stray thoughts, leaving behind an open, quiet space, comfortable and still. The deeper flow moves on into the darkness, yet its presence is always close. A soft reassurance that nothing needs to be controlled. Everything that needs to move will move, in its own time, in its own way. You are free to be still, to be quiet, to rest. The trickles over the stones grow softer, as if they are moving farther away, even though the river has not changed. What changes is the mind, growing heavier, slower, more at ease. Each sound now is like a distant lullaby, fading gently into the background. Breath remains slow and smooth, matching the unhurried pace of the water. In, easy and cool. Out, long and soft. With every exhale, the body sinks a little deeper into comfort, a little deeper into calm. The canyon night stays peaceful around you. Starlight glimmers faintly on the moving surface. The cool scent of water and stone rests in the air, and the quiet, endless song of the river continues, guiding everything toward deeper and deeper quiet, until all that is left is the soft murmur of water, the slow rhythm of breath, and a deep, gentle stillness settling in. The night has settled fully now. The sky is a wide, quiet darkness above, and the canyon lies calm and still around you. The air is cool against your skin. Your body is resting, heavy and relaxed, cradled by the earth. The warmth from the day has faded from the rocks, leaving only a slow, gentle chill that feels clean and pure. Everything is unhurried here. In this soft darkness, the world feels larger. The canyon walls rise around you like quiet guardians, steady and unmoving. You can sense the open space above, the great bowl of sky stretching out in every direction. And in all that space, the sounds of night begin to appear, one by one, like small lights in the distance. At first, the quiet feels almost complete. A wide, deep silence that seems to hold you. Then, somewhere far away along the canyon, a single sound touches the air. A low, soft call of an owl. It comes from far down the rock face, muffled by distance. A gentle hoot, rounded and slow, rising up through the stillness. The sound drifts across the canyon like a breath, touching the stone, touching the night, and then fading again. Silence folds back over everything. You notice that first call. Maybe a part of you becomes a little more alert, just for a moment, listening more closely. But nothing in it feels sharp or urgent. It is simply a sign that life is here with you, quiet and untroubled in the dark. Again, after a long stretch of stillness, the owl calls. The sound is soft, almost like it is wrapped in the darkness. You can hear how it echoes lightly against the canyon walls, a faint answer from the stone. Then it fades, leaving behind a feeling of even deeper calm. Between those calls, the silence feels even wider. You can feel yourself resting inside it, as if the night is a gentle blanket laid over the land. Breathing is slow and easy. Each breath moves in and out like a small, steady wave, calm against the shore of your body. As your ears settle into the night, you begin to notice the finer sounds. A tiny rustle far off in the dry grass. Just a soft brushing, like fingertips moving across paper. A small creature going about its simple life, careful and unhurried. The rustling pauses, then starts again. A few faint steps pressed into the soil, a whisper of grass bending and lifting back. You can almost picture it, a little body moving close to the ground, nose to the earth, searching for something small and ordinary. There is nothing here that wants anything from you. You are simply sharing the same quiet space. As you listen, another layer of sound comes into focus. Very faint at first, then clearer once you notice it. The gentle chirp of crickets scattered across the canyon floor. Tiny, rhythmic voices rising into the night air. Their song is soft and steady, a simple pattern, repeating, then pausing, then starting again from somewhere else. One cricket calls close by, then another answers further away, as if they are passing the night back and forth between them. Their sounds create a light, easy backdrop around you, like a thin veil of sound over deep silence. You might notice how these sounds do not crowd the night. They are spaced out with wide stretches of quiet between them. An owl call here, a rustle in the grass there. Somewhere beyond, a gentle chorus of tiny legs and wings, all still and calm. The longer you lie here, the more natural it feels. The body understands that this is a safe place, a place where every sound belongs. Nothing is sudden, nothing is loud, nothing is close enough to disturb the way your muscles are loosening, the way your thoughts are slowing down. Sometimes the night seems to pause completely. No owl, no rustle, no cricket, just for a moment. In that pause, you become aware of a deeper kind of quiet underneath everything. A silence that is not empty, but full and comforting. The steady weight of the canyon walls, the softness of the sky above, the slow beating of your own heart echoing faintly within you. Then, from somewhere beyond a curve in the rock, the owl calls again. The sound is familiar now, friendly, almost like a slow, sleepy conversation with the night itself. Each time you hear it, it feels less like something to notice and more like part of the natural rhythm around you. A gentle marker of time passing very slowly as the world drifts deeper into rest. You can imagine the owl perched on a high ledge, round eyes watching the darkness with quiet ease, wings folded, calm and patient. Closer to the ground, the little rustles return. Dry grass brushing against a furred body, a tiny stone tipped and then settling back into place. Little sounds that barely touch the air before they fade again. You may feel any old alertness in you begin to soften. The part of you that was once ready to jump at every sound now learns that here every sound is soft, distant, and harmless. The canyon is like a slow, deep breath, in and out, holding all of this gentle life in its arms. A faint buzz passes close by your ear, then drifts away. A night insect humming for just a second before moving on. The sound is small and brief, like a tiny brushstroke across the canvas of silence. Then it is gone again, leaving the air still and open. All around, the cricket song rises and falls in gentle waves. Sometimes it grows a little stronger, as if a few more voices wake up and join in. Then it eases back into scattered single chirps, each one floating above the ground and then disappearing into the quiet. This simple music feels soothing, like a soft, steady rocking. You might notice how the canyon shapes these sounds. The walls catch them and send them back, a little softer each time. A call bounces once, twice, then melts into the night. Even echoes are gentle here. As you rest, your mind begins to follow the same pattern. A thought appears, lingers for a moment, and then fades, just like the owl's call. Another small thought comes and goes, like the rustle in the grass. Nothing needs to stay. Nothing needs to be held onto. Everything just rises, then falls away into the same friendly stillness. Your body grows heavier, more settled. Muscles relax a little more with every slow breath. Shoulders ease down, the jaw softens. Hands and feet feel warm and far away, as if sinking gently into the ground beneath you. The night creatures keep their calm watch. They move and sing and call at a peaceful distance, each one following its tiny, patient path. You are here among them, part of the same quiet world, but wrapped in your own cocoon of rest. Every sound you hear now feels like reassurance, a reminder that the canyon is alive yet peaceful, that life can move slowly and gently in the dark, without fear, without hurry. The owl's voice, the cricket's rhythm, the brief rustle of a little body in the grass, all of it weaves together into a soft, natural tapestry. A calm pattern with long spaces of silence stitched between the sounds. In those spacious pauses, your own breathing becomes part of the night's rhythm, steady and deep. The canyon holds you as you drift. The night grows softer around the edges. Sounds become farther away, like they are moving to the very edge of awareness, letting you sink down and down into comfort. Here, under this wide, quiet sky, with gentle creatures moving calmly in the distance, everything is at ease. Nothing presses in. Nothing asks for your attention. You are free to let go, to float on the quiet as the soft sounds of the canyon night grow lighter, slower, and the deep, welcoming silence rises up beneath them, ready to carry you into rest. The night has settled fully now. The canyon is quiet and calm. Above, the wide sky stretches out, dark and deep, scattered with soft, steady stars. Everything feels unhurried, gentle, and very far away. Your body rests here, close to the earth, cradled by your bed, your blanket, or your sleeping bag. Notice the way the surface beneath you holds your weight, firm enough to support you, soft enough that you can sink in a little, as if the ground itself is welcoming you, making just a bit of extra space for you to rest. Awareness drifts to the fabric wrapped around you, to the way it hugs your body, tracing the shape of your shoulders, your arms, your legs. The material is warm against your skin, quietly present, like a gentle embrace that asks nothing of you at all. Feel the gentle weight over your shoulders, the way it settles over your chest, the comfortable heaviness over your hips and thighs. Notice how that steady weight invites everything underneath it to loosen and relax. Around your neck and collarbones, sense where the blanket lies, the subtle edge of warmth against the cooler air, as if the night is standing just at the border while you rest in your own small pool of softness and heat. Let that contrast feel reassuring, safe. Your arms rest where they naturally want to be, perhaps by your sides or loosely bent, hands resting on your stomach or chest. Notice how they feel heavier now, as if all the effort of the day has drained out through your fingertips into the bedding. The muscles along your upper arms, your forearms, even the small ones in your hands beginning to let go. Bring a soft awareness to your hands. Notice whether they are warm or cool, or somewhere in between. Notice the stillness in your fingers, the way they simply rest, with nothing to hold, nothing to do. They are allowed to be perfectly quiet. The weight of your blanket or sleeping bag rests across your chest. With each breath in, it lifts just a little. With each breath out, it settles back down. A slow, gentle rhythm, like the rise and fall of calm water on a peaceful shore. As the next breath flows out, feel your chest soften underneath that gentle weight. Any tightness or gripping can loosen now. Your ribs spread easily as you inhale, then fold back in as you exhale, wrapped and supported from the outside and from within. Breathing becomes simple, effortless, almost like the canyon is breathing with you. Notice how your back is resting, from the base of your skull down the length of your spine, all the way to your hips, supported, cradled, allowed to be heavy. Any places that were holding you upright today no longer have to try. Feel the way your body is nestled, perhaps in a small hollow of the mattress or pad, as if you have made a perfect little nest with your own warmth and shape. The ground beneath is steady, unchanging. It will stay right here, holding you all through the night. Above all of this, the sky is spread wide, filled with quiet stars. You may not be looking at them right now, but you can sense them there. A soft presence, like a vast, comforting ceiling of light. They keep watch while you rest. Around your face, the air is cooler. It brushes your cheeks and the tip of your nose. The contrast between that cool air and the cocoon of warmth around your body feels soothing, almost like having your head above the surface of a warm pool while the rest of you is immersed. Safe and enclosed, yet gently touched by the night. Notice your jaw. Let it ease a little. Maybe allow your teeth to part slightly, your tongue resting softly in your mouth. The muscles around your lips and cheeks no longer need to hold any expression at all. Bring that same soft focus to your forehead. Imagine any lines smoothing out, the space between your eyebrows growing wide and relaxed, as if a gentle hand of warmth passed over your face and left everything calm and open. Your eyes rest heavy in their sockets, lids soft and relaxed. Even if they are closed, they can close just a little more. The small muscles around them melting, loosening. Nothing to look at, nothing to watch, just the ease of darkness and rest. Above you, the stars continue their silent shining. Around you, the canyon walls stand steady and still. The cool night air moves slowly, almost like a whisper brushing past the rocks and the branches, then settling into deep quiet again. You are wrapped in that quiet as much as you are wrapped in your blanket. Feel how the fabric around you keeps your warmth close. Every breath you take seems to add a little more heat, a little more softness, until the space within feels like a small, private world of comfort. The outline of your body grows hazier, as if you are blending gently into the bedding. Edges soft, center warm. Each exhale carries a tiny wave of release through you. Notice it moving down from your chest into your stomach, into your hips, into your legs. With every breath out, your body sinks a little deeper into the surface beneath you, more settled, more at ease. Your legs feel the weight of the blanket as it drapes over them, over your thighs, your knees, your shins, your feet. That steady, gentle pressure tells your muscles they are allowed to stop holding you up. They can become heavy, loose, pleasingly tired. Bring awareness slowly to your feet, wrapped and protected. Notice how they rest, perhaps pointing outwards or just falling naturally to the side. No need to flex, no need to support. The warmth gathers there too, soft and steady, like glowing embers at the far end of your body. From head to toe, you are enclosed in this pocket of safety. The canyon holds you from below. The sky shelters you from above. Your blanket or sleeping bag hugs you from every side. The night air moves over your face and the small part of your neck that may be uncovered. It feels fresh and gentle, never too much, only enough to remind you that you are here under the open sky, while the rest of you is held in deep, quiet warmth. Inside that warmth, everything feels slow and peaceful. Imagine the canyon, the sky, and the cool, dry night all working together to keep you comfortable. The ground gives you steadiness. The air brings calm. The stars add their silent, watchful light. Within this circle of care, your breath continues to flow in its own relaxed rhythm, in and out, in and out. A soft tide, washing away the last traces of effort from your body. If you notice any small place that still feels awake or tense, let the next exhale move through it like a warm breeze. Imagine that area softening as the breath passes by, as if it is being gently wrapped in its own little blanket of ease. Then just let it rest. The longer you lie here, the more the heaviness of deep rest spreads through you. Not a burden, but a soothing weight, like being carefully covered by layers of comfort. Mind quieting, body drifting. The canyon night carries on around you, patient and unhurried. Somewhere far off, a small, soft sound may come and go. Then silence again, wide and open. That silence is like another kind of blanket, settling softly over everything. You are wrapped in warmth. You are wrapped in starlight. You are held by the earth and by the night and by the gentle weight across your body. Nothing is asked of you now. Breath by breath, you melt a little deeper into this safe, quiet cocoon. Thoughts grow slower, softer, less distinct. The edges of the world blur, fading into stillness. Only comfort remains and the steady, soothing rhythm of rest, continuing on all through the night. Night has settled gently over the canyon. The last colors of the day have faded into soft blue and deep, quiet shadow. Above, the sky feels wide and calm, sprinkled with distant, sleepy stars. All around, the stone walls hold the cool of the evening, resting in their own deep stillness. The air here moves slowly. It brushes past the skin in a light, almost weightless flow. Somewhere nearby, the river keeps its low, steady whisper, like a voice speaking in a language of water and time. Everything in this place seems to move at an easy, unhurried pace. Here, in this quiet hollow of the world, the body can rest. The ground is firm and supportive beneath, holding everything up without effort. The sky opens above, wide and protective, like a soft blanket made of darkness and starlight. Nothing needs to be done. Nothing needs to be fixed or changed. In this gentle stillness, the air comes in and goes out all on its own. It slips in through the nose, cool and light, then drifts back out, a little warmer, a little softer. Each quiet breath rises and falls, like the slow lifting and lowering of a feather on a calm stream. Everything follows that simple rhythm. With each easy rise, the canyon seems to take in air as well. The stone walls feel as if they draw in a slow, silent breath. With each soft fall, they seem to loosen, settling a little deeper into the earth. It is as though the whole canyon is breathing along, quietly, peacefully. The rib cage spreads just a little with each gentle intake. A small, natural widening, like the opening of a flower in the cool of night. Then it eases back, folding in with the outflow, the way petals close again when the light grows dim. Nothing forced, only the easy motion of life moving in and out. Notice how the air touches the inside of the nose as it arrives. Perhaps there is a faint coolness, like the edge of a night breeze. As it leaves, the air may feel softer, warmer, carrying with it the weight of the day. Each outflow brings a tiny sense of release, a quiet letting go. The torso gently rises, then sinks again, like a small boat rocking on a smooth, glassy lake. Up and then down. With each downward drift, the body feels just a little heavier, a little more willing to rest. Muscles begin to lose their grip, like fingers uncurling from a long-held rope. Around the shoulders, a softness begins to spread. On the quiet outflow of air, any tightness there loosens, drop by drop. The shoulder blades rest more fully against whatever is supporting them, the ground, the bed, the earth itself. They do not have to hold anything up now. Each gentle breath spreads that ease a little farther. Down through the arms, warm and loose and still. Through the chest, where the heart moves in its own calm rhythm. Through the belly, which rises and falls in slow, easy waves, then settles again. The heart begins to follow the quiet pace of the canyon night. Its beat feels steady, unhurried, like the slow knock of water against stone. No rush, no push, just a calm, reliable pulse, deep inside, moving in time with the soft rhythm of the breath. Up above, the stars seem to breathe too. They glow a little brighter with each quiet rise, then rest in their own stillness with each gentle fall. The sky does not hurry, and neither does the body. Everything shares the same spacious, silent rhythm. Listen to the river, its whispering flow along the canyon floor. It curves and swirls, moving steadily, never forcing, never stopping. Breathing feels like that now, a simple, flowing motion, always arriving, always leaving, always returning, without any effort at all. With every easy outflow of air, something inside lets go. The small muscles along the sides of the ribs relax, softening like sand after a wave has passed. The back feels heavier, as though it is sinking an extra layer deeper into the support beneath. The whole front of the body becomes quiet and warm, like a blanket just pulled from the sun. The canyon holds this quiet breathing the way it holds the river. Stone, air, and water all moving together in quiet agreement. Each breath is like a tiny tide inside the body, rising and falling at the edge of this deep stone basin. Everything fits, everything belongs. The sense of a hard edge between body and world begins to blur. The warmth of the chest blends with the coolness of the night air. The slow, steady pulse of the heart seems to echo the distant, steady murmur of the river. It feels less like being in the canyon and more like being part of it. With every rise of the chest, picture the canyon drawing in soft starlight. With every fall, imagine it releasing the day's leftover heat, sending it down into the dark, cool earth. The body joins in this quiet exchange, taking in comfort, letting go of weight, taking in ease, letting go of effort. The air moves in along the inside of the nose, tracing a familiar path. There is nothing to guide, nothing to manage. The breath knows exactly where to go and what to do. All that remains is the gentle feeling of being carried along by it. The ribs widen just enough, then fall back, like a door swinging quietly open and closed. Each time they settle, the torso feels a little heavier, as if it is melting into the bedding beneath. The spine rests in its natural curve, no longer trying to stand tall, only resting, supported from below. Gravity does the work. The body simply agrees. Down in the canyon, the air cools slowly over rock and sand. It drifts along the walls, slips through low shrubs and grasses, and continues on its way. Inside, the breath does the same, touching every space gently, then moving on. Nothing is left out. Every part is included in this soft, steady rhythm. The heart continues in its calm, simple beat. A quiet presence, always there, always supporting, without asking for attention. Its pace has joined the slow time of the canyon, not the time of clocks or schedules, but the time of stone and water and stars. Here, in this soft breathing, thoughts do not need to go anywhere. They can drift like floating leaves on the river's surface, carried without effort. If they rise, They rise. If they fade, they fade. Beneath them all, the gentle tide of air keeps moving in and out, steady and kind. Every exhale carries away a little more of the day's noise. Tension dissolves, like mist warmed by the first light of morning. The jaw softens. The tongue rests peacefully. Even the tiny muscles around the eyes smooth out, as if the night itself is brushing them with a soft hand. The canyon, the river, the sky, and this breathing body all share the same quiet rhythm now. Separate shapes, but one slow movement. Each rise is shared. Each fall is shared. Like many small waves rolling together on the same still lake. Nothing needs to be held up alone. The ground holds the body. The air holds the breath. The wide, dark sky holds the whole sleeping canyon. Everything is supported from all sides. With each easy outflow of air, the body settles even more deeply into that support. Heavier, quieter, looser, like soft sand settling in water. The next breath arrives on its own, gentle and complete. The next release follows, carrying the body a little farther into ease. Now the canyon night and the breathing move as one. Stone resting, water flowing, stars watching in silence, chest rising and falling, slow and smooth. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Only this quiet motion, this soft, steady tide within and around. Let it all blend together, and let yourself drift with it peacefully into the waiting dark. Night has settled fully around the canyon now. Everything feels softer, quieter, a little farther away. The air is cool and gentle on the skin. The ground beneath is steady and calm, holding you, supporting you, asking nothing at all in return. Above, the wide sky stretches out in every direction, deep and dark, scattered with slow, steady points of light. Breath moves in and out in an easy rhythm, matching the quiet pulse of this place. Far below, the river keeps moving in the dark. You can sense it more than see it. A soft, steady hush, like a slow exhale that never quite ends. It curves and winds between the canyon walls, patient and unhurried, the way thoughts begin to move when the day is over and sleep is almost here. As attention drifts toward the river, the surface of the water starts to feel closer. It is easy to imagine floating just above it, weightless and safe. Not quite in the water, not quite in the air, just held in a gentle space between. The body resting where it is, while awareness hovers lightly over the dark, gliding current. On that dark surface, tiny reflections begin to appear. Soft, glowing constellations, scattered like quiet lanterns on the water. The stars above are steady, and their reflections below tremble and shimmer with the slow movement of the river. Each point of light stretches and blurs, then gathers itself again, like a thought forming and then melting away. One cluster of stars draws the eye for a moment. It seems to hang above the water and within it. As the current flows, the cluster drifts to one side, its shape loosening, spreading, and then gently coming back together into something new. Nothing needs to be named or understood. It is all just soft, shifting light. Breath continues, slow and comfortable, in and out. The sounds of the canyon have become very small now. The quiet rustle of a night breeze, the faint murmur of water, the occasional tiny sound from the rocks or brush, all blending into one kind distant hush. High above, slow-moving clouds begin to cross the sky. They are thin and quiet, like soft veils, drifting without effort. As they pass in front of the stars, the light dims a little, then brightens again in a slow, gentle rhythm. Dark sky, faint cloud, steady star, soft reflection on the river, all layered together in an easy, dreamlike way. Time starts to feel different here. Moments stretch out, relaxed and unhurried. A single breath can feel as wide as the sky, as long as the curve of the river. The edges of sounds and thoughts blur, like those stars reflected on moving water. Awareness rises just a little, as if lifting a few inches above the body. There is a sense of floating, light and supported, with no effort at all. The ground is still there, solid and secure, yet the feeling now is of drifting just above it, as if the air itself is carrying you. The body can grow heavier and more relaxed, while the mind grows lighter and more free. Around this floating sense of self, the canyon walls stand in quiet silence. They are tall and steady, their shapes familiar now, even in the dark. They do not need to be seen clearly to be felt. They are like calm, watchful guardians, simply present, simply there. These walls have been here a very long time. They have watched countless nights like this, countless rivers of stars. It is easy to feel that they are keeping a gentle kind of company. Not guarding with effort, just existing in a way that feels strong and kind, a background of safety and calm. As the sense of floating continues, the details of the canyon start to soften. Edges fade, lines blur, shadows melt into one another. Shapes lose their sharpness and become simple areas of quiet darkness and muted light. The mind no longer needs to hold on to any clear picture. It can let go and rest. Thoughts themselves begin to behave like those clouds and constellations. They appear slowly, drift for a moment, and then dissolve again. A memory might float by, gentle and incomplete, and then fade before it finishes. A new idea might just barely form, and then loosen and drift away without needing to be followed. Nothing has to be held onto here. Nothing has to be fixed in place or fully understood. If a thought feels a little sharp, the river is there to soften it, to rock it gently until it breaks apart into smaller, easier pieces. Each piece can glow for a second, then slip quietly into the dark. Breath moves in a calm, quiet rhythm. In this rhythm, the body seems to sink deeper into stillness, while awareness drifts a little farther outward, like a small boat gliding out from the shore. The water is smooth, the night is soft, and there is nowhere that needs to be reached. Just this slow, soothing movement, almost not a movement at all. From this floating place, the sky feels closer. It is as though the distance between the ground and the stars has gently thinned. The constellations above and their reflections below almost meet, almost touch, with you resting in that soft in-between. Not fully awake, not fully asleep, just gently suspended in a space where both are possible. Clouds continue their slow crossing, barely changing shape as they move. Sometimes they cover a bright cluster of stars, leaving the sky darker, more peaceful. Sometimes they open a path, and more light pours through, silver and soft. Each change is small, and each one encourages the mind to loosen its grip just a little more. The canyon walls fade further into the background now. They are still there, steady and patient, but they no longer need attention. Their presence is like a quiet hand resting nearby, not touching, just reminding you that you are safe. Knowing that, the mind can wander where it wants without needing to stay alert. Maybe a new scene begins to form, gentle and uncertain at the edges. Perhaps it is still the river, or a path along the stone, or a warm campfire not too far away. Or maybe the images are so soft that they are more like feelings than pictures. Either way is fine. Everything that comes is allowed to be incomplete. Breath in and out. Each exhale seems to carry the last traces of the day a little farther away. Muscles let go, even the small ones around the eyes, the mouth, the hands. The weight of the body feels distant, like a coat that has been set aside for the night. In this hazy space, time becomes gentle. It no longer pushes forward. It simply opens. A few seconds can yawn wide like a canyon, roomy and silent. Minutes can slip past unnoticed, quietly folding themselves into the soft darkness. Thoughts grow slower, softer, lighter. Some do not even become full thoughts. They are just hints, shadows, the beginning of a sentence that never needs to finish. They can float to the surface, shimmer once, and sink again, leaving behind only a calm, drowsy stillness. The mind learns, in this moment, that it does not have to work. The river keeps moving under the stars. Its hush stays steady, like a lullaby without words. Every now and then, a tiny swirl or ripple might rise and fade, but the main sound is smooth and continuous. It is easy to let awareness rest on that sound, the way a leaf rests on water. If attention wanders, that is perfectly natural. It can drift to the feeling of the air on the skin, then slide back to the river, then up to the stars, then away into something nameless. Nothing has to be held. Nothing has to be brought back. Everything here invites ease. The canyon, the sky, the river, and the quiet ground beneath all blend into one gentle presence. It feels like being wrapped in a wide, soft blanket, made of night and stone, and water and air. Within that blanket, the mind can move or be still, can notice or drift without any effort at all. Everything is allowed to be as unformed and dreamy as it wants to be. Breath slows just a touch more. The body feels settled, comfortable, safe. Awareness grows thin and light, like mist rising from the river at dawn, ready to disappear into the sky. Thoughts, images, and sounds all begin to fade into one quiet, spacious darkness. Here, at this gentle edge of sleep, nothing is required. The canyon keeps its silent watch. The stars shine without needing to be seen. And you can simply drift, softly, quietly, into whatever dreams may come. Night has settled fully now, soft and complete. The canyon is wrapped in its quiet, and you are wrapped in the canyon's quiet, like a warm, invisible blanket around your body and your breath. Above, the sky is wide and deep, a calm, dark ocean of stars. They shine gently, not demanding any attention, just there, steady and patient, watching over everything. The air is cooler now, clearer, easy to breathe. Each breath in is soft and smooth. Each breath out loosens you a little more. Your body rests against the ground, supported by the earth beneath you. Feel the weight of yourself, how gravity holds you in place, safe and steady. The surface under you is solid and unmoving, and you don't have to hold yourself up at all. Everything that was busy, everything that was working, can let go now. Notice how the body is already quieter than before. The day has slid far away, like a distant echo that can't quite reach you here. Your thoughts have softened around the edges, slower, dimmer, like fading lanterns along a path you are gently walking away from. Here, only this quiet, only this easy breathing. Let your attention drift to your toes and feet. They have brought you through the day, through all its steps and moments. Now they are completely still. Any tiny traces of tightness there can melt down into the earth, like drops of warm wax softening and sinking away. Feet heavy, feet warm, feet at rest. Slowly, the sense of heaviness moves up into your legs, calves, knees, thighs, all of them letting go of the work of the day. The muscles no longer need to hold or brace. They spread and soften, growing heavier, as if the ground is gently pulling them downward, cradling them. No effort, no tension, just a deep, peaceful weight. Your hips settle a little more. The base of your spine relaxes, unwinding any last small knots you were still carrying without noticing. As you breathe out, feel that breath sliding all the way down the back, all the way into the hips, and then releasing down into the earth. Whatever is left from the day can flow out this way, soundlessly, easily, taken in by the steady canyon floor beneath you. The middle of your body rests, safe and quiet. Your belly rises and falls in a slow, gentle rhythm. There is nothing you need to control, The breath knows what to do. Like the soft wind that moves through the canyon without thinking, your breathing continues without effort, all on its own. Notice the way your chest feels as it loosens, the ribs expanding softly with each in-breath, falling back down with each out-breath, like a calm tide. No rush, no need to breathe deeply or fully unless your body wants to. Just this easy, natural rhythm, wave after wave, breath after breath. Your shoulders no longer need to hold the weight of the day. Let them drop, even if it's only a tiny amount. Even the sense of them can blur and soften, as if they are slowly sinking into the surface beneath you. Any last bits of strain, any leftover effort, gently drip down through your shoulders, along your arms, and out through your fingertips into the ground. Arms long and loose, hands soft, fingers relaxed. There is nothing for your hands to do now, nothing to carry, nothing to hold on to. They can rest the way leaves rest on still water, floating, supported, completely at ease. Bring a light, kind attention to your neck and jaw. If the jaw wants to open just a little, let it. Let the tongue rest heavy in the bottom of the mouth. Let the throat feel wide and relaxed, as though each breath is passing through a smooth, open pathway. No words needed, no voice needed, only quiet. Your face smooths itself out. The small muscles around the eyes soften, the space between the eyebrows spreading and easing. The forehead feels cooler, more open, as though a gentle night breeze is passing across it. Your eyes can grow heavier and heavier, sinking deeper into their soft, dark comfort. If they have not already closed, they may close now, or whenever they are ready. All through the canyon, things have come to rest. The last colors of the sunset have gone, leaving a deep, calm darkness that feels kind and protective. Ridges, rocks, and cliffs stand unmoving around you, like quiet guardians keeping watch. They have stood here for a very long time, through countless nights, and they will stand here still, long after this one passes. Their steady presence lets your own body feel even more safe to surrender. Above, the sky stretches out in every direction. The stars are small, distant, and gentle, scattered across the dark like tiny, steady lamps. They do not flicker in any urgent way. Their light is soft, almost sleepy. It feels as though they are watching over the canyon and over you in a quiet, loving way. Imagine that each star is a calm point of comfort. They keep their places, silent and steady, from dusk until dawn. Nothing disturbs them. Nothing hurries them. They simply shine, patient and unchanging, while the world below rests and dreams. With each breath, your body feels heavier, more settled. The ground holds every part of you. You do not need to help. You do not need to stay alert. Here, it is safe to let your weight sink completely into the earth, as if you are slowly becoming part of the canyon floor for a while, shared with its stillness. Thoughts may still drift through from time to time, like small clouds moving across the sky. They do not need to stop. They do not need to go away. They can just pass by in the background, light and unimportant, while your deeper self rests. Nothing in those thoughts needs your attention now. If any feeling, any concern, any leftover echo of the day rises up, imagine placing it gently on the ground beside you. The earth can hold it for you through the night. You don't need to solve or understand anything right now. All of that can wait for the light of morning. For now, there is only this dark, peaceful sky and the safe, solid ground. Notice the almost complete stillness around you. The canyon breathes so slowly that it is almost impossible to feel. Maybe there is a faint, faraway sound, softened by distance and darkness. Everything close to you is quiet. This is the kind of quiet that doesn't ask for anything, that doesn't need anything from you at all. You are allowed to do nothing here, to hold nothing, to think about nothing in particular. If the mind wants to drift, let it drift. If the mind wants to grow blank and wordless, let that happen too. Whatever comes is welcome, and nothing needs to be followed. Each breath becomes slower, smoother. The pause at the end of each exhale grows a little longer, a little more peaceful. In that small pause, there is a feeling of floating, of being suspended in a silent, gentle space, held by the canyon, watched over by the stars, carried by the night. You are not alone here. The rocks and cliffs, the cool air, the dark sky, they all remain around you, steady and unchanged. If you drift away into sleep, they will still be here, quietly keeping their places. The stars will continue their soft watch, all the way until the first hint of dawn touches the horizon. For now, night continues, deep and kind. Your body is heavy and warm. Your breath is soft and slow. Nothing is urgent. Nothing is missing. Everything that needs to be done has been done for today. If sleep comes, let it come quietly, like a gentle tide rising around you, lifting you into dream. If you linger here at the edge, resting but awake, that is welcome too. You do not have to choose. You do not have to try. Just remain here, in this easy, quiet presence, as the canyon holds you and the sky keeps its silent watch. Soon, words grow less and less important. Only the feeling remains, the warmth in your body, the coolness of the air, the deep, safe darkness above and around you. Rest here. Nothing to do now, nothing to hold, only this soft night and the long, gentle knowing that you are safe as everything slowly fades into quiet. Night is still resting over the canyon, quiet, wide, and easy. The sky above is a deep, soft blanket scattered with distant stars. They hang there, calmly, like they have all the time in the world. Nothing is in a hurry here. Not the air, not the stones, not the thoughts that move slowly through a drowsy mind. The canyon walls stand patient and dark, holding the night in their gentle curve. They do not lean forward, they do not pull away. They simply stand solid and kind, keeping watch over this quiet place. The air is cool and calm, settling softly over everything it touches. Somewhere far behind the stillness, a faint breeze drifts along the rock. It hardly stirs, just enough to remind the skin that the world is still here, still breathing, still safe. Above, the stars keep shining, steady and constant. They do not grow brighter or dimmer for anyone. They simply glow like quiet promises in the dark. Promises that the night will last as long as it is needed. In this deep calm, time loses its sharp edges. Moments stretch and yawn and lie down beside one another. Nothing demands attention. Nothing presses or insists. Thoughts that were once loud have grown soft and far away. They may drift back now and then, like small clouds crossing the sky. But they move slowly, without weight, without urgency. They come, and then they go, and the calm remains. Somewhere, far beyond these canyon walls, the idea of morning exists. Not here yet, not even close, just a quiet thought at the edge of awareness. A distant horizon that will slowly, very slowly begin to glow. But for now, the night still belongs to rest. The world beyond this valley may be turning toward dawn. Lights may be waking, roads may be stirring, voices may be rising. Yet here the canyon keeps its own gentle time. Here the stars are in no rush to fade. It is enough to know that one day soft light will touch these cliffs again. It will spill carefully over the edges of stone. It will glide down into the folds and curves of the rock. It will warm the ground where the body lies so quietly now. But that morning is only a suggestion, not a call. It waits far away, on the other side of many slow breaths. It will come when it comes, with no need to prepare, no need to move toward it. For now, darkness is kind, and it stays. Here, the air feels heavier with peace than with sleep. A peace that lets the chest rise and fall without effort. A peace that does not ask for anything, does not measure or judge. It simply surrounds, like water holds a stone. The canyon floor cradles the body, steady and sure. Every curve of earth seems to know just how to support, just how to hold. Muscles sink into stillness. Limbs grow soft, like they are melting gently into the ground. Breath moves in and out, quiet and unforced. Each breath a soft tide, flowing, returning, flowing again. The rhythm is slow, friendly, familiar, a simple reminder that resting is natural and safe and allowed. Eyes can remain closed, unneeded. The night is easier to feel than to see. The cool touch of air along the face, the warmth still gathered in the blankets, the steady comfort of the earth below. Thoughts can wander or fade or circle lazily without direction. There is no right way to be in this moment. Sleep may already have come, silent and deep, or it may be gently gathering at the edges, like mist at dawn. If sleep is near, it can slide in quietly, without any effort at all. If sleep is far, the calm is still here, soft as a hand resting over the heart. Rest does not depend on anything else. It is already happening, just by being here, just by breathing. The canyon night stretches on, deep and unbroken. No one is asking it to end. The stars overhead are in no hurry to give way to light. They are content to watch over this stillness a little longer. Far away, beyond mountains and ridges, beyond what can be felt from here, the idea of dawn waits patiently. It is gentle, not demanding, like a warm thought at the back of the mind. A soft glow that says, one day the sky will brighten again. When that time comes, the light will not rush. It will loosen the shadows slowly. It will trace the lines of the canyon walls, stone by stone. It will arrive the way a yawn arrives, spreading quietly, without strain. But nothing needs to change yet. The darkness here is not heavy, only soothing. It wraps around every worry and smooths it flat. It wraps around every tight place and helps it soften. If the mind wishes to drift into dreams, the night will go with it. Stars will follow into that inner sky, gentle and dim. The canyon walls will stand in the background, steady as ever, like old friends nearby. Even in sleep, the feeling of this place can stay close. And if wakeful rest feels more natural, that is welcome too. Lying here in the quiet, listening to the hush around, is its own kind of sleep. Eyes closed, body heavy, breath slow, thoughts floating just out of reach, then dissolving again into silence. Nothing needs to be decided. There is no step to take, no path to find, no right moment to catch. Night will carry everything forward on its own. The canyon will keep holding, the stars will keep shining, the breath will keep moving. Here, in this calm that has settled so deeply, the heart can loosen. Any edges of the day that still linger can smooth out and fade. They slip away into the gentle dark, leaving only softness behind, only the simple truth of being here and resting. The thought of morning can stay at a distance, like a pale color on the far edge of the sky. It does not need to be clearer than that. It is enough to know that when light finally comes, it will arrive kindly. Just as the night has wrapped itself around this body with such easy care. For now, the stars continue their patient watch. The canyon lies quiet and sure. Breath moves in and out and in again. Each exhale a slow release into deeper ease. Nothing is missing in this moment. Nothing more is needed. Only this soft darkness, this open sky, this safe, quiet valley. Only this gentle drift toward whatever kind of rest is ready to come. The night can linger here as long as it is wanted. The calm can stay, unbroken, carrying on beyond words. Sleep may deepen, or stillness may simply stretch and stretch. All paths here are peaceful, so the canyon keeps its silent promise to hold, to watch, to remain calm and steady through every slow breath, through every quiet dream. And as the stars shine gently overhead, the mind can grow softer, the body quieter, the world farther away, until even these last gentle words thin out into stillness, and the rest of the night belongs entirely to this deep, unhurried peace.